My name is the genius. My name is David Squeeze
Look what I
Annakie.
just did.
Dude, what
Look
the
what I
matter?
just did
The Brad
here.
and
I
Squeeze
just
show
spilled
started with Brad spilling.
everything all over. I'm soaking wet.
Patrice, can you walk in here for a minute,
Wait,
please?
I need help.
Bring diapers and
Bring diapers, napkins,
tissue paper. Because the
soap,
attorney actually,
soap.
you know.
There you go.
Yeah,
there she is.
There goes Patrice.
Yeah, there she is. How are you?
Cleaning up
One
with a
second.
pooper scooper after
One
Brad,
second,
you know.
Oh, yeah. My computer's soaking.
Talk about
Look at
taking a
me.
crap. You know?
I took a crap all over me just now.
You just couldn't wait, could you?
Oh my God,
Mr. Attorney.
You know what happened?
No.
I was so excited to start the show. Jill said, "Mics are on."
That's what happens
10
when you get
seconds,
excited.
And I went, "Whoa!" And I just spilled it all.
That's
over
what
the
happens
place.
when you get excited.
Apparently, yeah.
The place just gets, you know.
Yeah. Look at this. My mouse. My mouse is all.
Got your mouse wet.
My mouse is wet. This little mouse here, Squeeze, is soaking wet.
Welcome to the Brad and Squeeze Show,
Yeah.
93.5 FM listeners.
Wait, we got more.
Facebook.
Yeah. Here we
Brad and
go.
Squeeze. Just remember to go to Facebook, type in Brad and Squeeze, and start sharing.
Patrice,
Everybody, I need for you
Always to the
share
rescue.
on your personal timeline,
All right.
and then share to 20 people.
Thank you.
All right?
Can you tell
Make it
Muta
in
Ali
30.
to start the show again, please?
Muta Ali.
No, don't start the show. Well,
Not literally start.
oh my God, we're dropping stuff all over the place. There we go.
Okay.
All right. And close.
This, you know what? This is what makes the show. You pouring, whatever it was you're drinking in a cup.
Yes.
It's not Don Julio.
It is not.
On the
and
computer.
I actually even made a joke about it because Squeeze said right before, because Patrice was fabulous, by the way. It's not even her job. She gets the whole. That's
She's fabulous.
Yeah, she wasn't hired to get the studio
If you
ready.
ever think of getting rid of her, I'm taking
Right.
her.
She's actually a producer.
Did you hear me?
Yes.
You
But
sure?
Yes.
Okay.
She told me she doesn't want to work for you. Don't worry.
Oh,
I'm not worried.
Hey,
So,
thank you, Patrice.
Yeah. So she
and
wasn't
I
even-
used to like her.
She wasn't even hired,
Right.
to do this. She was hired to go out in the streets and do the man in the street, and she cuts the video. She comes in, she gets this whole studio ready. Every day she goes, "Mr. Squeeze, what would you like to drink?" He says, "Red Bull." So today he says to me, and Patrice, as she's pouring his Red Bull, "It's my last day of Red Bull.
Yeah.
It's a new squeeze tomorrow."
Yeah.
Exactly what he said. New squeeze. It's going to be green tea.
Yeah, green juice.
Green juice.
Yeah, mixed with the BioLife.
Right.
Because I normally take
right.
the BioLife and even the D-Cleanse me, the BioCleanse, but I still like Red Bull.
And so this is all happening, folks, when you're watching Moshe in the personal injury commercial. We're still, actually, as they're running it,
Right.
we're still getting ourselves organized
Yep.
here. So Patrice goes running out. Jill yells in my ear, 15 seconds, and I spill my drink all over me.
But you know what it is? I've found out that no matter what we do,
Mm-hmm.
we've got the greatest production team. We've got the greatest producer. Jill, I think, is a wonderful human being. I don't know how you found her, but if you ever think about getting rid of her, or if she ever quits, I'm hiring her too. I'm just letting you know.
You're going to hire everybody.
Yeah, I have a habit of hiring everybody that you had before. So,
Yes.
But you have a good team now.
I have a very good
Not
team.
that you had a bad team before, but
No,
you
it's
have
a
a
good team
great
now.
team. So
Right.
I'm ready to hire everybody.
Okay. Okay. So let's start the show.
All right. You sure you don't want me to hire anybody?
You can hire them.
You're getting nervous.
No, you can. I'm actually thinking about it. I'm like, maybe you should hire them. You can pay them, and they'll still do the show.
I don't know about that part,
Yes,
but
they'll still do the show.
All right, so listen up, ladies and gentlemen. My name is David Squeeze Annakie, and they say I am a serial entrepreneur and a crazy man. All right, we got
They
back
say
this
that.
morning. Yeah, they say that.
It's true.
Yeah.
Generally, what they say is true.
Yeah, generally.
Yeah.
So we got back this morning. We had a wonderful show all about immigration. Today we're going to do the same. We're going to do immigration, but we're going to do more. We're also going to do criminal defense. There's been a major change, and I want everybody to know about it. But before we do that, I need 60 seconds. I don't need Brad to say anything. I don't need Jill to tell me anything in my ear. My job as a marketer for the law offices of Spar and Bernstein is to get more concurrent listeners and viewers on 93.5 FM and also, of course, on our social media platform. So right now, 93.5 FM listeners, thank you so much for tuning in. You need to get on Facebook, all right? Now, everyone that's out there, please, on Facebook, if you're watching the Brad and Squeeze show, listen to me very, very carefully. This is what I want for you to do for us. We're asking this of you for the new year, 2018. I got 15 seconds left. Go to your the share button or the share arrow and click share on it and share on your own timeline. Then after that, share to 20 to 30 of your friends that you know that would be interested in immigration, personal injury, criminal defense, family law, tax law, and much more. And also some jokes and some current affairs and what's going on. We're not a boring set of guys here. We're a great, 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 great set of guys here. So people, make sure you share for us. Share, share, share. Now, also join groups. I'm imploring you to join groups that you think would be interested in hearing Brad speak. Squeeze, crack a joke here and there. All right? That one this morning was funny. The choking. I'm sorry. It's bad sense of humor, but it was funny. All right? So we'll give you a little joke here. We'll give you some great news update. We talk about Donald Trump. Hey, what the hell? It's 2018. We can't get rid of him. All right? Please, we're asking you to just share, join groups, share on pages that you may be a part of, and make the show even more popular. We're very happy. Every day we're doing approximately 4,500, 5,000 views.
Live views.
Yeah, people who actually watch the show.
And then who knows how many after.
Yeah, exactly.
Doubles,
So
triples.
we want to get that up, to about 20,000 a day.
Yeah, right.
All
We
right?
want to fill up Madison Square Garden.
Yes, we want to
That's
fill up.
basically what it is.
So I want to say thanks to everybody. So right now, I'm going to go share why Brad speak or tell me what's going on in the news. So if you see my head going down, it's me looking at the computer.
Well, Squeeze, before you put your head down, I have an update on the...
By the way, it's down on the computer. I'm telling
Yes,
you.
yes. I
Just
have an
making that clear.
update, by the way,
And
on the
jokes, Jeff
oral
Bossy.
sex...
The oral sex criminal
Oral
case.
sex criminal case.
Yes.
Okay.
By the way, why don't you bring people up to speed about the oral sex criminal case that we were speaking about this morning?
Oh, they got to watch
How
the
it came
show
about.
from 9 o'clock this
So you're going
morning.
to tell them to go back and watch the show?
Go back and watch the show.
Oh, boy.
So we don't have time to go back and
All right,
do all
so,
that
okay,
again.
so give me an
So we have
update.
an update. So Richard Henry Patterson, he was 65 years old. He was from Margate, Florida. Okay, he initially claimed...
Big guy.
Yes. He initially claimed his girlfriend, who was 60 at the time.
His girlfriend.
His girlfriend, Francisca Martinez, who was 60 at the time.
Right.
Okay, which goes to, the only thing it goes to show is, you're never too old to have a good time, right?
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to,
60?
60.
Okay.
So they found her decomposing body in his condominium back in 2015, and the police claimed he choked her to death. He claimed she choked to death while giving him oral sex. That was his defense. In May of 2017,
Right.
he was found not guilty of second-degree murder. Not guilty.
Not guilty.
The oral sex argument may have worked. Let me tell you what happened. Because Jill...
Yeah, why don't you tell me what happened?
Because you showed me this video, and we didn't know if this was an ongoing case, if this happened
Right.
before. So Jill did all the research for us.
Okay.
Okay.
Jill is our producer, by the way, folks.
Yes.
Yeah.
The one you want to hire away from me.
That's burning, yeah?
Yeah,
That's
burning.
burning.
And we're talking about oral sex. You shouldn't say burning and oral sex in the same
All right, go ahead.
sentence. So, any event, so the defense claimed that Martinez choked to death while performing oral sex on this guy Patterson. The coroner came in and said she had to have been, not able to breathe from oral sex for over 3 minutes to have died. During the week-long trial, the focus moved away from oral sex. There was another theory put out, and the theory was that she died of a heart attack while giving oral sex. That this man didn't do anything. She just dropped dead of a heart attack. What happened is why they weren't able
to convict
is you have to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that he killed her. Beyond a reasonable doubt. When they found the body, it was so decomposed. He kept the body, as sick as this is, he kept the body decomposed. That I don't know who just flashed across the screen there. I guess that was the victim. He kept the body. It was so decomposed they couldn't do through an autopsy. They couldn't figure out how she died. So there she is. So all we know, attractive woman. All we know is that there was a decomposed body found in his, and he testified. And I guess
who comes up with
and
this
I guess
defense,
whatever he testified to put enough doubt into the jury's mind. So you didn't have to prove that this is how it happened. It's just that maybe it happened this way. If the jury could say, well, maybe it happened this way, and there's no other, and there's like 5 maybe ways it could have happened, one of which was the way he claimed. Well, then it's not beyond a reasonable. It's not beyond. He's a good-looking guy.
He's not a bad-looking guy either.
Nah, I don't know about that. I think she was. He looks like he got away with murder. But But so that's why he was ultimately found not guilty.
Not guilty.
Not guilty.
Very interesting.
And maybe Paul Hirsch, when he comes on later.
Maybe our criminal defense attorney is Paul Hirsch, by the way.
We're going to
here
have
the law offices.
And he's going to be coming on later to talk about the no bail in New York anymore. It's actually going around the country now. In Manhattan and Brooklyn, there's no more bail for misdemeanor offenses.
No.
And already in New Jersey, there's no bail. So it's really something that is, when there's bail in America, really what it comes down to is it's basically punishment for poor people and black people who can't afford the bail. And then what happens, I'll tell you what happens. You end up pleading guilty to something you didn't do just so you can get out of jail because you can't afford the bail. So now in Manhattan and now in Brooklyn as well as in New Jersey, Manhattan and Brooklyn as of yesterday, no more bail.
What about the Bronx?
Bronx is still bail. Bronx is still bail.
Now, expound a little bit on that. When you say no more bail,
that means for misdemeanor charges, for minor offenses. I don't know if you remember. I forgot the kid's name.
Expound on misdemeanor.
Okay, the misdemeanor is more of a minor offense where, at least in the state of New York, where you're not going to go to jail for more than a year. Okay. Felonies are generally jail for more than a year. Misdemeanors are a year or less.
So give me three examples of a misdemeanor.
Possession of a small amount of marijuana.
What about jumping the turnstile?
Jumping a turnstile.
So you actually not get bail for jumping.
A petty theft from Macy's.
What about driving under the influence?
It's generally a misdemeanor. Okay.
So if you're caught driving under the influence, not even driving while intoxicated, under the influence, you're going to jail. There's no bail for?
No, it's the opposite. You're getting it wrong.
Okay, explain to me. That's what I'm saying.
You will be released. They're not requiring you to put up bail. It's the opposite.
See, that's what I'm trying to clear up with you.
It is the opposite.
That's what I'm trying to clear up. And I know that's where you're going. So that's the reason that's why I took it on that path.
All right.
Because everybody out there is getting it the way I just...
You were getting it like, you're going to sit in jail for minor...
Yeah, there's no bail.
It's the opposite.
You said there's no bail.
So what happens is the reason for bail, and I don't want to get into Paul's segment, but the reason for bail is basically to make sure somebody comes back to court. But really what's happened over time is that just basically used as a tool by the district attorney's office to get poor people and black people to plead guilty to stuff that they may or may not have done because they can't get out of jail. Because you're going to sit in jail.
Because you have no bail.
Because you have no bail. We'll get to it later. Meanwhile, so that'll be a little later, but meanwhile, we're going to get to immigration. One other thing, we have some video here I want to show.
All right. And by the way, let me just interject and say this much. 1-800-529-5465 is the on-air number. You call that number, we will be able to get your immigration questions answered, and even questions in other areas. We'll stop if you're going too deep, especially if it's criminal defense and other areas. But call us right now, 1-800-529-5465. David Squeeze Annakie and Bradford H. Bernstein, our attorney. We're asking you, if you are on the social media platforms, please share this. Even if you've got a YouTube account and all of that, share the same Facebook link on your YouTube account. Share it in your emails. Email out to everyone else, okay? Text it to somebody. Text the link to somebody else, all right?
All right, so we don't have the video ready yet. They're going to get the video up. Yeah, they have one video. I want to show all the videos, so hopefully...
You didn't say of what? You just say a video. It could be a video of the guy.
Yesterday, let me tell you then. Okay, we're just going to do it now. Screw it. Okay? So yesterday, for about 55 minutes, we talked about this morning with Trump and the Republican Congress and the Democratic congressmen got together to discuss immigration. It was a very dramatic meeting.
Yes.
There were 6 important dramatic moments that we had video of, but we only have one of them, which is President Trump, where he made an endorsement for what sounded like amnesty for everybody illegal in America.
Right, we touched on that this morning.
Right, and we have the video of it now.
Oh, good.
In return,
that's great.
In return for building a wall and ending what's called family chain migration, which means that, you come to America, you turn around and file for your kids become citizens, they file for their kids, and on and on and on and on and on. So he wants to eliminate that and build a wall, and in return, give amnesty to everybody here. And so what we were saying this morning is, especially for people who have relatives in another country, if this is actually going to happen, you're not going to be able to file for your children anymore, but do it now because, those benefits are very hard to take away once you actually, the U.S. government says, we're going to give you this benefit. So we have a video. We also had a video of Lindsey Graham imploring Trump, and he's a Republican, imploring Trump to do this deal, which is the amnesty for the wall. And we have also a video of Feinstein saying we're getting somewhere. Feinstein is one of the head Democratic senators. We only have the video right now of Donald Trump. Let's see what he has to say.
Let's squeeze it in and see what this is all about with this amnesty versus wall situation here on the Braddens.
If we do this properly, DACA, you're not so far away from comprehensive immigration reform. And if you want to take it that further step, I'll take the heat. I don't care. I'll take all the heat you want to give me. And I'll take the heat off both the Democrats and the Republicans. My whole life has been heat. I like heat in a certain way. But I will. I mean, you are somewhat more traditional politicians than me. 2.5 years ago, I was never thinking in terms of politics. Now I'm a politician. You people have been doing it, many of you, all your lives. I'll take all the heat you want. But you are not that far away from comprehensive immigration reform. And if you wanted to go that final step, I think you should do it.
And what he was referring to was the conversation. We don't have the video before, but the conversation was wall for amnesty.
So in other words, he would give amnesty to everyone if everyone in the politicians all agree
that
on
no more family immigration,
right,
and build a wall, and also get rid of the diversity visa lottery, and limit the amount of asylees that come to the United States.
What do you personally think is going to happen, Mr. Attorney?
I have no idea. I have no idea.
But what should people be doing right now,
They should be
considering that this happened? And if Donald Trump says now, hey, listen up, nobody will be able to get
People are
mad.
angry about this, by the way.
And you want to know what?
People are
I
angry
want
about
everybody
this.
to get freaking angry about it. I want everybody to share this with their friends. Because Donald Trump talks out of his ASS every single day. But sometimes we see that he gets crazy enough to do exactly what he says. And you get screwed.
I'll tell you
You get
this.
sent up the creek without a paddle.
I'll tell you this.
So everybody, right now, Brad, should be doing what?
Calling 1-800-529-5465.
Why?
Because they all need to start doing something. Because who knows? Because tomorrow's going to be a different thing.
Every time immigration comes up,
it's going to be a different story.
Trump comes up. I bet you any money. Over the next few weeks,
it's going to change.
Something is going to come up.
Yeah.
Where
do you know those people
where people are going to get screwed?
Do you know those people like Trump that every day they tell you something completely different?
Yep, that's him.
All right, do you have friends or literally every day?
Yeah.
Is this the same person that was talking to me
Exactly.
yesterday?
You're like, what? Are you bipolar?
Yeah, exactly.
Which I do think our president is bipolar.
He may very well be.
I believe he woke up this morning like, you know what? That's it.
He
I don't want any more Brad and Squeeze show.
I don't know.
But I will say, what did Brad say?
I will say this off the top of my head. I say this. Okay, build a wall for amnesty for everybody.
Yeah.
I think that's a good deal for everybody except the animals and the environmentalists who live along the border.
So in other words,
I'll tell you why. Okay, because the wall ain't stopping anybody from coming in. You want to come in, they can build all the walls they want.
That's not really how people are really coming here.
All you're doing is screwing the American All you're doing is screwing the American taxpayer.
Right.
But what you're also doing is by building a wall, you're giving cover to yourself that I was tough on immigration, even though you did absolutely nothing.
Right.
Okay. But what you're doing is you're making 11 million people's lives.
He's putting up a facade.
Right. But what you're doing is making 11 million people's lives a lot better here in America. I would take a wall for helping 11 million people all day long.
That's
my opinion.
Right.
That's my opinion.
So your opinion
I wouldn't build a wall for nothing.
No, but here's what I am thinking. I am thinking that he's going to come back and say something that is going to hurt the immigrants even more.
Yes.
Because that's his tendency.
That's correct.
That's what Donald Trump is known for.
That's right.
Screwing people.
Because what's going to happen is his base supporters, who are the racists, the anti-immigrants.
Exactly.
They're going to hit him hard.
They're going to hit him hard.
And
hard.
And he's going to say, you know what? I can't lose them.
Because you want to know why? Because he wants another term.
Of course he does.
So he's
power hungry like anybody else.
Exactly. So in his first 4 years, you think he's going to do that? No, he may do something, okay? But he's pretty much going to screw a lot of people. So everyone, I believe, that's listening right now should be actually sharing this link with every single person that they know so that they can stay up to date with what's going on in the White House with Donald Trump and immigration.
We have the videos before we get Paul
The video
Hirsch on. With Donald Trump, we showed him.
Right.
Okay, but we also have Lindsey Graham, who was a very important Republican senator.
Right.
And Dianne Feinstein, who was a very important Democratic senator, all at this meeting yesterday about immigration, where they were talking about making a deal.
All right, good. So let's get to that.
Amnesty for border wall.
Let's get to that.
Let's
Yeah,
see
let's check out the
let's see
video.
what Lindsey Graham had to say.
Yeah.
To my Democratic friends, thanks for coming. The resist movement hates this guy. They don't want him to be successful at all. You turn on Fox News and I can hear the drumbeat coming. Right-wing radio and TV talk show hosts are going to beat the crap out of us because it's going to be amnesty all over again. I don't know if the Republican and Democratic Party can define love, but I think what we can do is do what the American people want us to do. 62% of the Trump voters support a pathway to citizenship for the DACA kids if you have strong borders. You have created an opportunity here, Mr. President, and you need to close the deal.
Squeeze was just talking to me.
Yeah,
off
we're
air.
talking
It's good.
off air.
But Lindsey Graham, I watched the video. Lindsey Graham is saying he wants a pathway, and Trump was saying, really, it should have been backwards. We showed the Trump video earlier,
Right.
and then
But
Trump
we get it.
responded.
We get it. We get it.
Trump responded to Lindsey Graham and said, "I'll take the heat. We'll do it."
Right.
Okay. We also have Dianne Feinstein, who obviously wants to keep chain migration and wants something for the Dreamers. Let's see what she had to say at this meeting.
All right, let's check it out. Still on immigration.
Senator, would you like to say something,
I
Diane?
would. As you know, we tried for comprehensive immigration reform in the Senate. It was on the floor. There were a number of amendments. It got a lot of attention in the Judiciary Committee, and then the House didn't take it up. I think there needs to be a willingness on both sides. And I think, and I don't know how you would feel about this, but I'd like to ask the question, what about a clean DACA bill now with a commitment that we go into a comprehensive immigration reform procedure like we did back, I remember when Kennedy was here, and it was really a major, major effort, and it was a great disappointment that it went nowhere.
All right, so there you have it. So that's what's going on with immigration right now. We'll see. They had a kumbaya moment, Squeeze.
Kumbaya.
A kumbaya moment. We'll see what happens.